Hi guys, welcome back. Sinead here with Free Tours by Foot London, and today I'm in northwest London. I'm in the Borough of Harrow, and where I am is on top of what is called Harrow on the Hill, a 408-foot hill, and right on top of the hill is one of London's hidden gems. I want to take you through the wonderful village that is literally frozen in time. We're going to head through the very affluent village of Harrow on the Hill. So stay tuned, because there's some amazing tiny little antiquarian shops, Victorian cottages, classical style architecture, listed buildings, and one of the most desired addresses in London. Also up here is Harrow School, one of the most prestigious schools in the world. Very famous alumni. You're not going to want to miss this, so stay tuned. So I just wanted to start on top of the hill, you guys, and just take you through this incredible village. It's a little hidden away in the London Borough of Harrow, which is situated in northwest London. Now, in order to get here, what you would do is you could go take the Metropolitan line to Harrow on the Hill station. And Harrow on the Hill station, from there, you will need to get a bus from there. And the buses are the 258 bus or H17. It's only 3 stops from there. But this area is the site of an original hamlet in the 7th century. On top of that Harrow on the Hill is the name of the village. On top of that 408 feet hill, it is crowned by St. Mary's Church in the area, which was consecrated in the 11th century. Now, the first known market established here was in around 1226, but the most significant thing about this village, and the reason it developed, was the opening of the very famous Harrow School by a chap called John Lyon in 1572. And I will be showing you Harrow School shortly, one of the most prestigious schools in the country. But what I love about the area is it's like a little village in the middle of London. And it's literally like transporting you back in time. All the buildings are protected here. Listed buildings, you okay? So a stunning little area hidden away in this quiet little suburb. It literally feels like you're walking through some form of medieval village. Now it's full of amazing little antiquarian bookstores and coffee shops and restaurants and bars. An amazing place to live. I can only imagine, I can only dream. Properties up here are desired all over the world. But the biggest draw is the school, which is the all boys, all boarding school of Harrow. So you will see the settlement in the village actually developed as a result of the school itself. The majority of the people around here would have served the school and the boarding school area. So let's take a look on the inside of the village. There's one of the young chaps. They're dressed in very elegant attire. Their uniforms would include bowler hats and canes and straw hats and boater hats types. The predominant sport they play there would be rugby and cricket. Actually, in fact, there's a very famous cricket match that takes place every year between Eton and Harrow, and that takes place in the Lord's cricket ground, which is in the area of St. John's Wood, and reputed to be the longest running cricket fixture in the world. It's going since 1805. So when John Lyon founded the school, when it was eventually built, it was under a charter actually in 1572 of Elizabeth I. It was eventually completed in 1615. And in fact, there was only one pupil on its register then. And it wasn't until the 19th century it rose in popularity as such and became one of the most desired schools in the country. So Looks rather ominous. I believe this must have been some form of gallows, you guys. That's Henry VIII, if I'm not mistaken, but we'll have a look and see what it says here. It's quite interesting. To celebrate its 50 years, the Harrow Trust restored the King's Head Gantry, which has stood here since 1770. Oh my. So you can scan your phone codes on that and it'll give you the history of this. Looks rather ominous, doesn't it? It kind of looks like some form of gallows, essentially. So it's all little shops, tea rooms and pubs. And the village has changed very little since the 19th century. We're going to make our way down here in just a minute towards a very exclusive Harrow boarding school. I'll tell you all about it as soon as we approach it.
So if you're enjoying the tour so far, go ahead and hit the like button. It helps others discover the video. If you'd like to see more videos like this one, subscribe to our channel. We have walks along the Thames, through Westminster, Camden, all over London. Visit our website for more about our tours, our travel tips, and more. We also have virtual tours and channels that focus on DC, New Orleans, New York, and more. Look for free tours by foot wherever you travel. You can support your guide with virtual tips, links in the description, and let us know what else you want to see. Leave a comment below. Now, back to the tour.
Now, a little history of the town itself. As you're heading down here, this is Waldron Road. So it literally is like being frozen or stepping back in time. So it's another London hidden gem representing a bygone era. So an amazing view of the town here. So historically ecclesiastical, St. Mary's is, but there's also a Roman Catholic church at the foot of the hill, and that's Our Lady and St. Thomas of Canterbury. Originally a place of pagan worship, so they say, and that's St. Mary's Church that we're going to see in just a moment. Actually replace that pagan temple, we believe, is on this site. Now I hope you're getting a feel for how pretty it is up here, you guys. The Harrow School itself that we'll be approaching shortly was featured in a Sky One documentary, and Harrow, a very British school it was called. This is where they also have a dedication to King Charles I of England. King Charles I of England was the only British king to be publicly executed in 1649, and when he was fleeing Oxford on his way to Southwell, where he was to be surrendered to the Scottish police or the Scottish army, apparently he stopped here at Harrow School to get one last view at the top of London, but also to water his horses. And since then they have a dedication and a plaque to King Charles I up here, and they also named a spring or a well after him. It's called the King Charles I Well. So in the distance you'll see the steeple there of St. Mary's Church, which is consecrated in 1094, the 11th century, and apparently you can climb to the top there and get an amazing view of the entire of London from the very top. This was originally where I suggested it would have been a pagan temple of worship. Now we'll see some of the uniformed schoolboys here on the right hand side coming up. Their straw hats. Very strict rules and regulations on their uniform. I believe that when they attend Sunday Mass, they have to wear their morning coats, top hats and tails, and their top hats and their canes. So very prestigious. I believe it's only 4 left, all male, all boarding schools left in the country. One is Eton, the other is Winchester, I believe. I'm trying to think the name of the other one. Can't quite remember. It will come to me. But it costs roughly £13,925 per term to attend the all-boys Harrow School. So annually, that's about £41,775. So to 7 years of education, you can do the math. There you guys. It's beautiful buildings. So these gorgeous little roads down here will lead down to some of these amazing Victorian style cottages. And there is what looks like a school for the Harrow School shop, Hill shop, which is probably uniforms and school books for the boys. That education fee covers your board and accommodation and your books, and I believe your uniforms. At that amount of money, well, it really should, shouldn't it? So we're coming up here on the beautiful church. I want to find this dedication to King Charles I as well. So there's 829 boys at any one time in Harrow School, all of which it's compulsory to board in the school. I'll give you an idea. They're coming out for lunch. I feel a bit, it's not really kosher to be filming outside schools, but I will just give you a brief look there. And look at these amazing buildings, you guys. So as I mentioned, the morning suits, straw boat or hats, top hats and canes, all compulsory as part of the uniform. It's another part of the school here, you guys. Beautiful. Prestigious. So that stunning area steeped in history, dating all the way back to King Charles I of England. Now here we have, all still part of the school. You might hear the school bell being rung in the background. We might be flooded with them now because it's just lunchtime here in London. The 14th of May. Happens to be one of my best friend's birthdays. Happy birthday, Maureen. Now let's get you a good view of the schools in the area. Look at that. I mean, this is hidden away London. You could literally be somewhere like Oxford or Cambridge. The entire town spans, this part of the town spans the area. You'll see some of the young gentlemen, future prime ministers, no doubt, politicians, CEOs. Now, former members or former alumni of the school, there's Elizabeth I, several of them, Stanley Baldwin, Robert Peel, you had the likes of Winston Churchill. In more recent years, Benedict Cumberbatch, King Jordan of Hussein, Benedict Cumberbatch, who played Sherlock Holmes, of course, the famous Hollywood actor. Count Nikolai von Bismarck, who would be, in popular culture, the boyfriend, long-term boyfriend of Kate Moss. And you had the likes of, as I mentioned, King Hussein of Jordan. So very prestigious. It's not obviously very cheap to go to school here, attend school here. Robert Peel was the Prime Minister, and Viscount Palmerston, Stanley Baldwin. Anyone else I can think of? Look at this gorgeous little village around here. In fact, the actor Lawrence Fox was a bit loose-lipped about his time in Harrow School. They had threatened to sue him. He was making allegations of bullying whilst he attended there, and several other allegations which are possibly not the right thing to talk about when we're up here. But you also had the singer James Blunt attended school here, and Margaret Thatcher sent her son, Mark Thatcher, to school here. So just to give you an idea of how high up we are. Football Lane it's called along here. And it's all private property down there, so I don't think I would be allowed. Let's see if I can risk it. So we're right up here, and if you look just off in the distance, you'll see a great view of the entire London. So no doubt where King Charles I came to get his last look at London before surrendering to the Scottish Army. And we all know he lost his head on Whitehall on the 30th of January in 1649. Public access to footpath only, private no through road, authorised parking only. So yeah, I'll just take you down here. So the majority of the areas around here are built up then as boarding rooms for the boys, and the workers in the area were predominantly supporting the school in the area. So there you have it, folks. Just another look around here. These beautiful buildings. Now when you head down this hill, it'll bring you back down then into Harrow town centre, which is more of a built-up metropolis. So this is just a kind of a quiet oasis right stuck here, and what a beautiful walk through here. Apart from the traffic, all you can hear is birdsong, which incidentally this area is a flight path too for the pipistrelle bats and barn owls, who usually can be seen in abundance in the area at dusk. So a protected area. These would be all boarding schools, and they are sectioned into different, I don't know how you would, I mean, you're all Harry Potter fans, a lot of you, so I know there was Gryffindor and there was, I apologise, I'm not very good with Harry Potter, but they all have their own little boarding houses and their own little clubs that they're all members of and captains of. Sounds like sports are taking place over there. Yes, indeed they are. It's tennis or cricket. Can you see through the gates there? Practicing, possibly their rivals at Eton. These stunning homes in the middle of the trees, you guys. So yeah, you want to get away from the mania, the hustle and bustle, and feel like you're stepping back in time. Make a little trip up here to Harrow on the Hill. Just a quick reminder, the nearest station would be Harrow on the Hill station, but you would need to take public buses from there. But quite easy to access and a wonderful place to come, have a little bit of lunch and feel like you're in an old medieval village or hamlet of London. So I hope you're enjoying these little rambles around London, you guys. Please make sure you like and subscribe. Plenty more of these to come in our Hidden Gem or Hidden London series. Just right down there as well, you might just make out between the trees a view of Wembley Stadium. Let's just see if we can Garland's Lane. It's an old part of Harrow School. So we'll keep you with us for a moment and we'll head down Davidston Lane. Oh, This looks like it may be their crest of their relevant boarding houses. As I saw all along the way, the accommodations for these young gentlemen. That seems to be an exit for the school. Boys are coming out there. Okay, amazing what you can find in London. It's not so much on the tourist track. So I'm going to sign out here, you guys. I'm going to have a little adventure coming down the hill. But I hope you enjoyed that little ramble around one of the hidden villages in the Greater London area. Don't forget the borough is Borough of Harrow, and the area we're in was Harrow on the Hill. So thanks for joining me, you guys. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to keep up to date with everything that's happening. We will be doing a lot more videos in the coming days, and if you hit that bell notification, you'll be notified as soon as we go live or a new recording comes up. But in the meantime, thanks again for joining me. It's been my pleasure showing you around. As I always say, if you have enjoyed the tour, my name is Sinead, and if you haven't, my name is Jose. Talk to you soon. Don't forget we have a buy me a coffee option down there, or a PayPal option if you would like to buy me a drink. It is Friday, so I assure you anything I do receive will go on making some very bad decisions. Thanks again, folks. See you all later. Sinead signing out here, coming to the end of Harrow on the Hill.